Let me be brutally honest with you right from the start. Nobody is coming to save you. No mentor, no miracle, no perfect moment is going to land in your lap and hand you the life you dream about. That fantasy we've all been fed, the one where someone finally notices your potential, lifts you out of the mud and makes you successful, it's a lie. The truth, if you want something in this life, you better be ready to get up and take it. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when the timing feels right. Now. I used to be just like a lot of people, sitting around, waiting, hoping, telling myself the same story. When I get more time, I'll start. When I get more money, I'll invest. When I feel more motivated, I'll go after it. But do you know what happened while I was doing all that waiting? Absolutely nothing changed. No door magically opened. No opportunity suddenly fell into my lap. Because waiting doesn't change your life. Action does. Every minute I spent hoping for something to change was a minute someone else was out there grinding. Someone else was putting in work, building skills, creating momentum, and taking exactly what I was dreaming about. That's when it hit me. Time is the most valuable thing I have, and I've been wasting it like I had an unlimited supply. But time doesn't wait for anyone. Every second that ticks by is a second you'll never get back. And while you're waiting for life to hand you something, someone else is outworking you. Someone else is showing up earlier, staying up later, learning faster, risking more. Not because they're luckier, not because they're smarter, but because they stopped waiting and started doing. So let me tell you what I wish someone had told me years ago. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more money. You don't need someone's approval. You need to start. You need to stop hesitating, stop second guessing, and get to work. Use what you have where you are right now. Take one step, then another, then another. That's how progress happens, not with a bang, but with relentless, consistent action. This life, it's yours for the taking. But only if you're willing to stop waiting and start building, start fighting. Start demanding more from yourself. Nobody's coming, so stand up and go after it. Now, winners, real winners, they don't wait, they don't hope, they don't pray for opportunity. They create it. They look around at the world, they see gaps, they see pain points, they see things that need fixing, and they step in. They don't ask for permission, they act. They move with purpose. They take risks. And yes, they fail too, but they fail forward. They learn, they adapt, and they go again, stronger. That's what separates the successful from the rest. Not talent, not luck, relentless execution, ruthless self-belief, insane discipline. I remember being broke, flat broke. I'm talking about skipping meals to make rent, counting pennies at gas stations and pretending everything was fine when it clearly wasn't. And during those times, I had every excuse in the book. It's not my fault. The system's rigged. Nobody supports me. But one day I got real with myself. I looked in the mirror and said, if you don't take full control of your life, nobody else will. And from that moment on, I stopped blaming, I stopped waiting, I started building. You gotta be the kind of person who's willing to do whatever it takes. Not just when it's easy, not just when you feel motivated. I mean, whatever it takes, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. That means getting uncomfortable. That means sacrificing sleep, pleasure, comfort, and routine. That means showing up when everyone else is asleep, when everyone else is giving up, when no one is clapping for you, when no one even believes in you. Because if you want to live a life most people will never have, you've got to be willing to do what most people will never do. That also means saying no to things that feel good right now, scrolling, partying, wasting time, and saying yes to the things that build long-term power, self-discipline, focus, delayed gratification. There's no secret formula to success. The formula is simple. Do the work, not once, not twice, every single day, whether you feel like it or not. You want a different life? Then start acting like a different person. Stop clinging to the version of you that complains, procrastinates, and makes excuses. That version is not going where you want to go. It's time to step into the identity of someone who's powerful, someone who's committed, someone who fights back. Don't talk about how hard your life is. Prove how strong you are by how you respond to it. And let's talk about fear. Most people live their entire lives shackled by fear. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of rejection. But here's the truth. Fear isn't real. It's just a story, one your mind makes up to keep you small, to keep you safe, to keep you in the same spot. But there's no growth and safety. There's no greatness and comfort. And as long as fear runs your life, you'll always be stuck. You'll always be average. And I don't care what society says, being average is not okay. It's not okay to settle. It's not okay to wake up every day just going through the motions. You were made for more. But that more won't show up unless you take action. So push past the fear, face it, break it, and become the person you were born to be. I get it. Life is hard. You've been through things people don't know about. You've carried pain, betrayal, loss, heartbreak. So have I. So have millions of others. But guess what? Your trauma isn't an excuse. Your pain isn't a pass. It's fuel. Use it. Channel it. Turn every scar into a lesson, every setback into a setup for something greater. You don't grow by avoiding pain. You grow by enduring it, learning from it, and using it to become unstoppable. If you look at anyone who's built something great, whether it's a business, a legacy, a movement, they all have one thing in common. They didn't wait. They didn't wait for someone to hand them a blueprint. They didn't wait for everything to be perfect. They started messy. They failed publicly. They kept going when it made no sense to. And that's exactly what you need to do. Stop thinking, start doing. You don't need to know every step. You just need to take the first one. Action builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum. And momentum builds success. Most people try to wait until they feel confident before they act. That's backwards. You act first. You earn confidence. You earn power. You want freedom? Then become dangerous. Become someone who's so disciplined, so committed, so focused that nothing can stop you. Not criticism, not failure, not your own doubt. Wake up early, read every day, train your mind, train your body, build skills that make you valuable, stack wins, be your own competition, and never, ever let your current circumstances define your future. Let me tell you something else. Comfort is a trap. It lulls you in with softness and ease. That cozy bed, that safe routine, that predictable little life. It feels nice, but it's slowly killing your potential. It's a prison dressed up like peace. And the scariest part, most people never even realize they're locked inside. They spend their whole lives choosing what's comfortable instead of what's necessary. But here's the truth. Growth doesn't live in comfort. Growth lives in pain, in pressure, in resistance. Just like your muscles grow by tearing and rebuilding, your mind, your strength, your character, they grow through stress, through struggle. If your life feels too easy, you're not evolving, you're decaying. So stop running from discomfort and start chasing it. Wake up earlier than you want, train harder than you feel like, take on goals that scare the hell out of you, do hard things on purpose, because every time you conquer something uncomfortable, you're adding power to your spirit. You're becoming sharper, tougher, more alive. Discomfort is your ally. Now let's talk about opportunity. You think it's going to show up and politely knock on your door? Call ahead and say, hey, I'm coming by next week, get ready? No, that's not how the real world works. Opportunity doesn't knock, it waits, silently, in the shadows, and it only reveals itself when you've proven you're ready. It shows up while you're working when no one's watching, when you're grinding at midnight, when you're disciplined day after day, even when no results are showing up. That's when it appears. And when it does, you better be ready to grab it, because you won't get a second chance. You see someone with success and you think, must be nice. Stop that. It's not nice, it's earned. That physique, earned. Through pain, diet, discipline, and sweat when no one was cheering. That money, earned by risking, building, failing, and showing up again. That confidence, built by getting knocked down over and over and getting back up. Stop idolizing others and start executing for yourself. You got the same 24 hours as the next person. The only difference is what you do with them. So ask yourself, are you wasting yours? Or are you using them to become something unbreakable? You want more from life? Then raise your standards. Immediately stop tolerating mediocrity. Stop hanging around people who waste your time, who drag you down, who talk big but live small. Look around. Who are you spending your time with? Are they building? Are they growing? Or are they complaining and coasting? Because you become the average of the people you surround yourself with. So if your circle isn't sharpening you, you don't have a circle. You have a cage. No breakout. Stop binge watching nonsense. Stop scrolling your life away, chasing cheap dopamine from social media and meaningless entertainment. Stop chasing distractions and start chasing legacy. You've got one shot at this life. One. You don't get a second round. So cut the noise, cut the excuses, cut the I'll start tomorrow mindset. Get serious, get obsessed. Because obsession isn't a flaw, it's a requirement if you want to be great. People will call you crazy. Let them. People will laugh at you. Let them. They'll doubt you, criticize you, try to talk you out of your dreams. Let them. Because none of that matters. What matters is how you respond. Prove them wrong with results. Make your success so undeniable that their words turn into silence. You think if you need more time? You don't. You need more intensity. You need more urgency. You need to stop treating your days like they're unlimited, because they're not. People die with regrets because they thought they had time. They thought they could start next year or when things calm down. Let me tell you something. Things will never calm down. Life doesn't wait. It just moves. And if you don't move with it, you get left behind. So if you treated every single day like it was your last, you'd be shocked by what you could accomplish. That dream you keep postponing, you'd be working on it today. That body you want, You'd be training for it today. That business, that skill, that better life, you'd be building it now, not waiting for some perfect moment that doesn't exist. Stop negotiating with your goals. Stop overthinking. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't even matter. Winners don't need validation. They don't need someone to say you're on the right track. They create the track. They wake up, they show up, they execute. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm not here to sugarcoat the truth. I'm here to wake you up because the world isn't fair. So what? Build anyway. People won't support you. So what? Move anyway. You'll feel tired. You'll feel discouraged. You'll feel like giving up. So what? Keep going anyway. That's what winners do. They don't wait for permission. They don't need a perfect plan. They don't sit around waiting to feel motivated. They act, they push, they move, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. That's how greatness is built, one relentless action at a time. You've got greatness inside you. I'm not saying that to make you feel good. I'm saying it because it's the truth. But here's the catch. Greatness doesn't just show up. It doesn't rise to the surface on its own. It's buried deep inside you, underneath all the comfort, the fear, the excuses, the laziness. If you want to find it, you've got to dig. You've got to go into the fire. You've got to walk into the discomfort, the resistance, the pain, and burn away the parts of you that are holding you back. Weakness? Burn it. Laziness? Burn it. Excuses? Burn them. Every time you step into that fire and stay in it, you get closer to discovering who you really are. Not the watered down version of you that just goes through the motions, but the beast, the warrior, the winner, the one that doesn't back down when life hits hard, the one that keeps standing even when the world tries to knock them out. That version is in you, but you got to fight for it. Every single morning, you wake up with two choices. Stay the same or level up. Stay comfortable or stretch. Repeat yesterday or build something new today. And the most beautiful part of it all, it's always your choice. Nobody else can choose it for you. You control your mindset. You control your actions. You control whether you hit snooze or get up and grind. You control whether you break your promises or follow through. So stop acting like you're powerless. You're not a victim of your life. You are the architect of it. Start living like it. Let me tell you something that most people forget. Your legacy is being written right now, not someday in the future, not when you make it, not when life is perfect. It's being written with every decision you make today. Every hour you spend, every task you finish or don't, every time you show up for your goals or choose to put them off, you're building a story. You're either building a life of discipline and victory or one of regret and excuses. So ask yourself, are you proud of the story you're writing? If your future self could talk to you, what would they say? Would they thank you for showing up? Would they be proud of your sacrifice, your hustle, your discipline? Or would they be disappointed that you wasted time, that you settled for less than what you were capable of? You can't rewrite the past, but you can own the future. And the way you do that is by winning today. One decision, one habit, one action at a time. Stack those wins day after day. That's how empires are built. I know it's not easy. Nothing about this is easy, but that's exactly why it matters. Easy doesn't build greatness. Pressure does. Pain does. Struggle does. That uncomfortable tension you feel when you're working late, when you're exhausted, when you want to quit but choose to continue anyway. That's the forge. That's where transformation happens. When your mind screams at you to stop, when your body begs for rest, but something inside you refuses to break, that's when you become unbreakable. That's when you tap into a part of you that even you didn't know existed, a power, a fire, a force. So lean into the pressure. Smile when it gets hard. That's the signal you're on the right path. Keep pushing, keep climbing, keep fighting, because the person you become on the other side, they're worth it. They're powerful, they're unstoppable, and they're already inside you waiting for you to show up and bring them to life. Winners don't wait. Winners don't whine. Winners work. While the rest of the world is making excuses, winners are making moves. They're grinding in silence when no one's watching. They're bleeding in private, failing, falling, and getting back up again and again. They don't care about applause. They don't care about validation. They care about results. They care about victory. They care about becoming the best version of themselves, no matter what it takes. When life slams the door in their face, they don't stand there crying. They don't complain about fairness or luck. They build their own door. They create opportunity with their hands, with their hustle, with their relentless energy. Because winners don't wait for permission. They don't wait for conditions to be perfect. They don't wait for someone to believe in them. They believe in themselves and they back it up with action. So ask yourself, right now, am I creating my future or am I sitting around hoping it magically shows up? Am I living like a champion or just talking like one? Are you the type of person who gets up and gets after it, or are you the one making the same old excuses, repeating the same cycles, stuck in the same place? Your life is a direct reflection of your choices, not your circumstances, not your upbringing, not your boss, not your bank account, your choices. If you don't like what you see in your life, then it's time to change it. Not tomorrow, not next year, today. right now. No more waiting for motivation, no more blaming the world. Winners take full responsibility, even when it's hard, even when it hurts. Because the cold, brutal truth is this: nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's going to live your life for you. Nobody is going to knock on your door and hand you success. If you want it, you have to go get it. You have to fight for it. You have to bleed for it. You have to be willing to sacrifice comfort, sleep, social approval, whatever it takes. You have to earn it, and you don't stop until you have it. This is your time, your moment, your chance to step up, to draw the line in the sand and say, no more waiting, no more wishing, no more playing small. Winners don't sit around dreaming, they get to work. Don't waste your shot. Winners don't wait, they create opportunity. Now go build yours.